But yeah, I agree. Nemiga still needs a bit of damage, maybe even one piece of damage / lockdown as their final pick.
Yeah, when you look at them right now, Nemiga, this kind of lineups, they can be very strong. And sometimes you can skip the damage department, just be good in the lanes, use your tankiness in the mid game, and in the later portions of the game, when the heroes start getting online, you do have damage to finish people off.
Yeah, that's right.
Right? So that's the approach that you usually take with these kind of drafts. And when I say that, now I look at the troll actually being a good addition to that one, because he's the one who can capitalize on the farm, and in the later portions of the game deals well on the with the Ursa.
You know what I think about troll.
Yeah. Can you explain to us what you think about troll? I don't know.
It's just a shit hero, you know. We had the same thing yesterday. We saw a troll pick. It was like it's a great draft for a troll, but they end up losing up the game anyway with that troll pick. It just had zero impact.
Yeah, it tends to happen. It's very hard to utilize. It's really hard to utilize. That's why they ban out the PA, which is kind of a similar type hero, a bit weaker in the lane, but a bit easier to utilize later on, just to burst people down. So I'm liking that ban from Fantastic Five. This is the thing. As I said, these kind of lineups that Nemiga is trying to run, it is hard to execute. But if Fantastic Five, let's say, if they think they can fight, they go in, they don't dish out enough damage with their burst and they're out of gas, then they can get ran down, and that is something that you have to be afraid of. So Fantastic Five, the only thing they need to look at in this game is split push, or push out the ways, however you want to put it, and then find a good time to strike, somewhere where you know that the IO can help the DK, bam, you destroy him. That's how you approach it. I think that's the only thing that should be on their mind, and I'm liking what they have to deal with everything on the side of an Nemiga for now.
Well, last phase picks. What are we going to get? A hero that has been frequently banned and picked is the Death Prophet. In this case, banned and will not get picked in the final phase. Same for the Puck. So we're going to get ourselves a Terrorblade. I like that a whole lot more than that troll, pesky troll. So I see your face. I'm feeling it. TB's better than the troll pick. I'm much more of an Nemiga fan right now, but what does Fantastic Five bring out as their final pick? Which could be a support. It could also be an offlaner with this Spirit Breaker Jakiro. Well, Spirit Breaker at least giving some flex, and they still got a minute time to go, Harry.
I actually think you're quite okay with the Spirit Breaker being on the off lane. You want him tanky, you want him to get the Shadow Blade early on, and yeah, they go for the Grimstroke. You needed something to provide him damage. That's where you want to go, and Grimstroke is actually amazing here because without the Terrorblade, these guys don't remove the Phantom's Embrace that easily, especially not the DK and the supports. So I'm liking this one coming out from Fantastic Five quite a lot. I think their lineup is so much more easier to execute, and they have push, they have catch, they have Roche taking potential, they have burst damage. Pretty much they have everything in Nemiga. On the other hand, they have solid laning stage and they have late game. So in that mid game, they're gonna be in a hell of a lot of trouble.
So, are we going to see a potential 2-0 for Fantastic Five? Do we get Nemiga back on the board? I do want to feel Fantastic Five take this 2-0, but with this TV pick, I'm jumping on Nemiga's boat.
Yeah, it is a really good Terrorblade pick. I have to say it's amazing. Though, if let's say these were two tier 1 teams, and I was like, okay, they're gonna play this to utter perfection, I would like Fantastic Five's draft more. That's why I'm gonna go for them. The reason for this is you can make more plays on their side. And Nemiga, even if they catch a hero, let's say you catch a Spirit Breaker, it's not 100% certain that you're gonna kill them. So I'm looking at Kiritich. How well is he gonna use the Terrorblade? You saw how in the previous game, the Medusa came to the fights early on to get those towers because she knew that her team couldn't do it without her. So that's what I'm looking at Kiritich here. His team will win the laning phase, but they still need the extra damage to bring down heroes when they're pushing in the tower. So that's where I want to see him. If he shines, then Nemiga, they can take this one, but I'm still going to be staying with Fantastic Five in this game.
Well, the reasoning with my TB and seeing Kiritich playing TB is because he hasn't lost a single game so far. 3 games, 100% win rate. They are against Windstrike Windstrike in game number 1 and game number 3, and versus Bait in game number 2. But outside of that, his Terrorblade is strong, just as his Kunkka is very, very strong. He played 9-4 and 15 in his first game. He went 3-1 and 5 in the second game, but that was a 25-7 stomp. Didn't give Windstrike any chances in that one. And their game against Bait, that was against a Dendy Pudge, actually. 11-0-13, so 24 KDA with a Terrorblade. That's a good number. So I trust on that. We have a pause. We have internet troubles, so we're... Can we hold pause for custom items? Custom items. Are we bringing out mods or something into the game or into the fold? I don't think so. Anyway, as you can see, the animations are bugged. That means our Captain's mode is on pause right now. So I might as well jump back into our camera scene so you can look at our lovely faces and especially look at Harry's lovely, lovely hair. The hair god himself.
You can't see it that much because I'm always in some really dark clothes.
You had an awesome T-shirt. You actually have a chance to show your T-shirt now. You can do that. Okay. Or did you take it off? Yeah, don't take your shirts off completely. We don't want to.
No, I know. I'm just trying to find my Goku shirt, but I don't know.
That's fine. We're gonna jump back into the game screen anyway because our pause has ended, so it was shorter than the 2 minutes that we were suspecting to be, and we will kick off our second game of the series. We might see a glimpse of Harry's Goku shirt later on, so stay tuned for that one. Don't disappear anywhere. That's the thing you want to see. Thousands of viewers waiting for that. They've been waiting for apparently for a Harry Freak face reveal. You guys are like 3 weeks late, 4 weeks late even for that. But he's been with us since the start of this tour. But maybe we'll get a reveal on that Goku shirt. I can say it's awesome.
Yeah, I mean they could see it in the stream yesterday, but either way, so
they didn't figure it out.
What?
Big difference here. Ooh, it's the TB saying hello.
Okay. You know, it is a 560 HP hero, so Kiritich, he's just trying to provoke them here. You usually know that you're not gonna die that close to the tower, and the Grimstroke, even if he's in the vicinity, skilling up Pink Swell early on isn't the way to go. So Kiritich, he knows that he's gonna be safe. This is maybe him saying, "I'm gonna go on the aggressive this game. I'm coming for you guys," and just striking fear in the enemies immediately. So a smart move overall for sure.
We head over to our final 10 seconds before the game kicks off. Fan score in heaven. Support charge towards the top runes. It's still going to be 2-4-2. Tit for tap.
So are you seeing that it is an offlane Jakiro? They put him there, and now Nemiga will send Chosen One to the bot lane. So Ursa is not the best hero in a against a tri lane. Okay, it's not gonna be a tri lane, so
it's not. So 4 Spirit Breaker, 3 Jakiro. So I know the build for a mid Jakiro, and I feel like seeing offlane Jakiro is something like. Do you remember this Finnish legendary player called Trixie? He used to play a lot of offlane Winter Wyverns. So I feel like Jakiro is, well, they're both dragons, they're both birds. I think that's the only thing that actually resembles between those two. But this Jakiro can build into some very heavy early stats, especially if you decide to go for any talismans or so. But right now, or even bracers. But right now, it's just looking like Urn, base boots, and a magic wand.
That's a weird one. I think that the main reason they put the Jakiro here is just to take down the towers and push out the waves. I think that's the main idea. They also wanted to dodge the Legion Commander with the Jakiro, not really successful in doing that one. But I think it's more about taking down the early towers and making sure that the Terrorblade doesn't have a good time, rather than going for some particular items. I think it's probably gonna be the utility Jakiro here. It makes much more sense, like in something like a mech comes to mind that could actually help the side of Fantastic Five, given that Nemiga, we talked about their lack of damage, and if you go for defensive utility items, that's actually going to be amazing.
Kind of liking the idea of all these big items we're going to see in this game. Realm just got pumped back to full HP, and now all the way down half below with that illusion slapping Ursa's back. Doesn't have the same powerful claws as the Ursa itself, but it still hurts. plus the Metamorph from Kiritich. TB is just wrecking this lane right now with 10 CS, 6 on Realm, and getting pummeled. Absolutely pummeled on this Ursa.
This is the thing, Ursa, Slark, those are the heroes that want to latch onto an enemy and be able to continuously attack him, to just threaten them with a kill. The thing is, the Disruptor is one of the better heroes against those type of heroes because he just dishes out so much harass. And the Ursa, if he is harassed, is going to be so much trouble. Sure, the Grimstroke will keep him somewhat healthy, but he cannot commit on the Terrorblade. This is one of those heroes that even if you get like 4 or 5 Fury Swipes on him, just because of the armor, it's not going to hurt him that much. And Realm, again, low on HP. He can't come close. These laning changes for Nemiga, they're really working out.
By the time Kiritich has got 5 more last hits, Ursa's got 1. Now 2. So difficult times ahead, definitely.
So we did expect them to win the laning stage, Nemiga. That's something that does go
but
their way.
it was supposed to be the LC versus the Ursa, so I do like the swap that they did, because that definitely changes the balance of this whole thing. That's where he's back under the tower, but Deira looks to be falling first, and Kiritich first blood for Nemiga. Bad score, gets traded away by Realm. He also takes 2 tower hits. I thought he was just going to take 1. He's low on HP. No reflection going to be available. And Realm taking heavy hits. Again, he's down to 100 HP, but it does look like the boots will be brought out, the healing salve to get the Ursa back up and running.
But again, 10 CS compared to 18, that's the biggest problem. Sure, getting the kill, it's all nice and dandy, but it's still gonna be so much of a problem for the Ursa. When you look at a Terrorblade, he doesn't have to be a timing-based hero. Even if he loses the laning stage, he's gonna be fine. But the Ursa, you need the early items fast. You need your boots, you need the Mordred Mask, and of course the Diffusal Blade to actually be a threat on the map. And without it, it's just a teddy bear. So that's something that Nemiga did quite well here. Sure, at some point the Terrorblade might want to get out of this off lane, just go back into the jungle. But the rotations are going to be much easier here towards the top lane for Nemiga. So they might even run towards their Terrorblade. Not with this meta, but when he does have the next one.
Right. Also, what I really like about this mid matchup is Malrine, again, he's skipping Shadow Strike. No point in harass. Instead, just maximize the farm and maximize the power of this Scream. 3 points already in there, 2 points for the Blink. Bringing up a Clarity. Get that mana regen up. Keep that mana pool filled. He's not... I don't think he's ever going to actually kill this DK. He can. As you can see, that's a lot of damage, but it's still a lot of mana spent on Malrine. As soon as I say that, she's got the full combo. Does Malrine get to use it, though? So 500 HP. Scream does 225 plus 340 on this the pure damage, minus the magic resistance. So I think under 500 and DK is killable.
Yeah, but still, Magic Wand and Fairy Fire, you see the animations of the Queen and you will respond to it. Though not going for the Shadow Strike, definitely a smart choice. The Dragon's Blood pretty much negates it completely, and you want to have the burst and you want to have the mobility. Having 4 points in Blink, 4 points in Scream when you're level 9 is going to allow you to do that.
Now I also see that Realm has been picking up in CS. He's now up to 21. He's been hitting this Terrorblade for quite a lot. That's the help of the levels that he's brought up now. He is close to level 5. That will make a big difference now. But the action rune spawning, it's on the other side. Lopez is going to be holding it, but has to take it away from the DK. So that is not going to be a bottle refill for the Quap. Minecraft popping his ulti to push this mid lane down. And a charge is ongoing. Malrine is low on HP. And score is also in the vicinity. Heavy damage already dealt to this mid tower. There's the Sonic Wave. They pushed them all out of the tower range, and now DK is the one tanking it for a bit. They were canceling one right click off of the Siege Creep, and now going in again on the IO. But it's not enough damage. They're out regenning any damage that they're basically taking here. So Lopez is forced away.
That rune not going in the hands of the Queen of Pain, that is what made all the difference here. If Malrine was full, this tower doesn't take almost any damage because the DK he can't commit because the Queen of Pain is full. But with her being so low, then Aincrad could do a lot of damage, and this is a lot. For Nemiga, we talked about them not having a lot of hero damage, but with the DK they actually have a solid amount of structural damage, and the TB actually contributes to that one as well. So Fantastic Five, if they had gotten that rune on the Queen, we probably would have seen a Grimstroke rotation as well, and then the DK he can stay and try to hit the tower and die, or just go back to farming, which is not a position he wants to be in.
And also what I really like to see is this DK gameplay, for obviously also some tips for players who like to watch these games and learn something new. Using your DK form to just right-click the tower once and then back away. That applies the debuff. You see the corrosion, which is 20 damage, which also works on structures. That's 100 damage for just one right-click onto the tower, and you don't have to stay there to tank any extra hits either. While Realm is taken down in the top lane by Kirtich using his Metamorph, killing the Ursa, who had been building himself into a pretty good start after the rougher early minutes. Now getting killed, that's a setback.
That's a pretty big setback, especially with the Terrorblade getting this much. We talked about him actually coming together with his team and doing some damage to the towers, but this is him already having a lot of impact in the early game, and up to a 1k gold lead with all three of the cores topping the network chart. Nemiga are doing a great job though. This is kind of a repeat from the previous game as well. Yeah. And Aincrad, that's gonna be the second form with the Queen of Pain not being in the mid lane. This is a tower down.
This is, yeah, now you can see the action of the Corrosive Breath. You can stay for the extra right clicks, as he is intending to do now. Finish this tower off. Wop made a rotation towards bottom. It failed. They had the IO to buff up the LC. LC even has pressing attack to remove the Earth Shock, remove any slows that's being applied. So that also makes him really hard to kill, or at least very hard to chase, to even begin thinking or dreaming about a kill. TB is being charged. TP coming in from the Jakiro. That's the pause 3 Jakiro making his first move as well. No points in Ice Path, 3 points in Liquid Fire, 3 points in Dual Breath. And here we go. Does he get the connections on any of his spells? He's not fast enough. That's why he needs the face boots. He's unable to close in the gap.
He does have the Wind Lace, so his movement speed isn't that bad for a Jakiro though. We talked about it. Every single hero apart from DOD that flies in Dota is very low, and the Jakiro is no exception. So we talked about Nemiga not having the damage, but Fantastic Five, how the laning stage went, they might not be having damage, and their heroes need to get kills, whereas the enemies they don't.
For a moment, it felt like they could actually kill this Dragon Knight. He is hard to kill. Io's pumping up so much healing as well. Now another charge. Oh, Kirtich 250 HP. He's gonna miss this one. Glyph is gonna be flying out. Lopez doesn't get another extra bash out. And Vazia's not close enough. Good idea for Fantastic Five to quickly snipe the TB.
And we see actually 4 points in Liquid Fire, so Vazia definitely going full on the tower push, just to make sure that the TB's map is not big. And Nemiga, their wave clear is actually pretty bad, especially if the TB can get into a good position to use the illusions. So Fantastic Five, they have a good idea of what they want to do. The problem is, of course, that they are behind, at least when it comes to their cores.
I do like to see this pause 3 Jakiro. Like, I think I have told you plenty of times that I like innovation. I like players to try something new, play something different. This is also the stand-in for Fantastic Five. They did have Samsam for the first 3 weeks, then Supernova stood in for 1 series, I think. And then Fantastic Five has played the last 2 series with Vazia, who had a pretty good performance in his first series. Credited them 1 victory as well with the Enigma pick. And now with this offlane Jakiro, I don't think Nemiga saw this coming at all. They were probably wondering when the draft was approaching to the stage where, like, they have a Spirit Breaker, which could be flexed around. Oh, wait, they picked a Grimstroke? I was like, oh, okay, so this is an offlane Jakiro. How do we set for this? We swap the lanes around. And right now, Jakiro unanswered for 0 kills, 0 deaths, 0 assists, 3 kills only in the game. Going for Witchblade next. So this is the damage-dealing, pushing Jakiro, who can actually pack a punch because, like you said, he needed Windlace for the movement speed. He is tanky, he hits okay, he's got great dots, and Jakiro in a 1v1 is strong.
He definitely is. The problem, though, there comes from the press the attack. We can see that the Legion Commander put 3 points in it, and he will put the 4th one probably either now or on his level 9. So
yeah.
Chosen One, he's ready to save anyone, and this is the big problem when you come to the later portions of the game, even in this early mid game where Fantastic Five, they want to strike now. Their supports are hitting level 6. That's where you want to start diving your enemies. But can you kill them? That is the thing. The side of Fantastic Five, they need to delete a hero. They'll go for a smoke. This is the point where they need to go for it, and Nemiga should be aware of it. So in the bottom lane, they're just keeping the heroes that are actually dispensable. You know, you can give any of these away and not feel too bad.
They're playing a bait on Realm. They want Nemiga to jump in while they are smoking up for this, and they're going to clash at the same time. Perfect timing coming in from Fantastic Five. They might be able to turn or save this one around. The duel is on the Ursa. Ursa is going to go down, but it comes at the cost of the IO. They need to find more kills. They've lost their core. They need to kill both of these. Vanscore at least is going to die to all the dots, and Deira gets away as the Chosen One is now being hunted for. Fantastic Five will lose. Just their Ursa. Make sure that Nemiga pays the price for it with those 3 kills. Timing couldn't have been better, Harry Freak. And when you're playing those moments, that's when the comms go hectic. Oh shit, they're here. And the other team's like, go, 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 go.
Yeah, but they still get the Ursa, and that kind of is a problem. Fantastic Five, they would love the mid lane tower, because if that top lane tower grab, it doesn't mean anything until the mid lane tower falls. If the mid lane tower falls, you have so many ways of going into the triangle, and the TB is never safe. So your supports can't play on the bottom map. But when that middle tower is alive, then the supports can play on the bottom map with the LC. And sure, they lose 3 heroes, but they get the dual damage. And we talked about the damage problems of Nemiga. Those dual damage ramping up is definitely going to help. So Fantastic Five now, they need to create more chaos on the map so that they open up that mid lane. And Aincrad being in such an aggressive position, that is a good start for them.
Swat doesn't connect, but the charge from Locas all the way through the map. The Sonic Wave and the pushback from the Nether Strike, that will make sure for 1 kill. Body blocks on the Chosen One, but he's gonna use his phase boots to walk straight through. Charge in 3 seconds. IO rolling all the way through. That's a home run.
Yep, and they kind of saw him. Every one of them got a poke at the IO, but he's gonna be fine completely in mid lane.
They got Vanscore. They relocate the Chosen One in. He's gonna have to wait with that armlet toggle for a bit longer. He's still keeping it up. Is he just gonna continue to hold it on? Okay, sure thing. They tried to save the Disruptor.
And they probably thought they could kill the Ursa as well, but this chaos, Fantastic Five, they have created it, and with it, the Roche is gone. Nemiga, they're not in a position, and this is an Ursa. He just kills it so fast. He's actually going for a Battle Fury, so Realm wants to keep himself relevant in terms of farm. And considering that Fantastic Five will be holding more map control with how the game is going, it is the right move. You're gonna have so many creeps to farm, and you need ways to take down the jungle. So I like the idea of going for the Battle Fury in this particular case for Realm.
Radiant have fortified their towers.
Also, if Fantastic Five is able to keep themselves up towards the later parts of the game, Grimstroke can bring Aghanims. You get the pure damage out of the Jakiro Macropyres. You've got Soulbind that also sits in pretty nicely, holding heroes in place while they're getting burnt alive. So their damage is still very sufficient towards the later parts. The charge from Locas onto the IO. Rail also going to jump onto the DK. The Dragon Tail stun's going to be there. TP coming in from Vazia. Looking for the dots. The glimpse is going to be there, though. They're going to force him away, but Aincrad is going to be down. There's a duel on the top half, though, as they take down Locas, but they're going to lose IO. The Chosen One, who did get that duel victory for himself, is about to attempt to teleport home, and looks like he's going to get it. Bob not able to get the kill, and Vanscore will follow. Fantastic Five, the holders of the Aegis and the beholders of beauty, you could almost say. 3-1. Malrine 4-0-1 currently.
And this is the problem now. You know, Nemiga's lineup, it's okay, if you don't have this disruptor, because the disruptor just isn't doing his job. He's not getting that bonus kill because you can't get a first kill to begin with. You know, if you had one more defensive hero or maybe a hero with a stun that can just get that one kill, that would be fine. But the thing is that your disruptor, he's not doing what he should, and Fantastic Five are still getting the hero kill, so then the Wisp isn't working out that well. So kind of this game is going as expected with bottom lane.
To the rescue to keep Vanscore alive, and this time they're successful with saving Private Disruptor. Lopez melts Evan, but Melreen's also going to be there. Inks well stunned. Io down with the Sonic Wave. Chosen One forced away. 3 heroes right-clicking this Legion Commander, and he might just find a response for himself. Gets the double kill as he finishes off Dara, but inside the jungle camp, all he can really do is try to regenerate from his passive procs. But Vazia gets the kill in the end. Melreen also takes one for herself. That's a 2-for-2 trade, but it is a dual victory for the LC. Nevertheless, she also hits that level 10 dual cast range talent, and that, my friends, is going to be a big game changer.
Minecraft, they found Jakiro, they have the glimpse as well, so he's not.
Yeah, but Melreen's never gone.
He's tanky.
Never left. Vazia is tanky indeed, he lives. And Melreen with that DD rune could even potentially kill the DK. Locust coming in with a charge. Yep, that's a dead DK. Has to be. No relocate save available. TP's coming in as well, but are they going to be enough there in time? The Chosen One, he's got a duel ready onto Melreen, and now Quap needs to be saved, but Quap not going to live through this one. Or does he? The Aegis will get popped, but not a dual victory at least. And here comes Kirtich as well with the Metamorph being used. Melreen goes in for the blink to move himself away, and now Realmus also joins up on the Ice Path on 2 as well from Vazia, but there's the Prestige attack, and Kirtich going to get stunned up inside, and he's not going to get anything off. He does not get the Sunder. Vanscore, he's being hunted down by Realm. Melreen lived through this. Jakiro is forcing the Chosen One away, and right now looking at a full team wipe. This has been an eternity of a battle, and the same situation again for the LC. Nowhere to go. Melreen takes this one, and 705 with this Quap. That's a team wipe. And 3 gone, 2 gone from Fantastic Five, one of them being the Aegis. A huge victory being scored for the Dire team.
And now we see that the Dragonite, a hero that you picked to be tanky, Einkrad is not doing anything. He didn't want to go for the blink, understanding that they can't get kills. And did he bite now? He's not going to go for a BKB with that blink. What are they going to do? Sure, okay, blink on the Queen. Maybe get the duel, and Melreen might die, but there's just so much turnaround potential on the side of Fantastic Five. When he went for the Midas, I expected the BKB first just to be able to survive. With this blink, he jumps in, he's dead. Nemiga, I think with their items right now, they're not in a good spot.
I think what they're trying to do is not itemize, but use their spells correctly. Like, if you get the stun off of the DK, that enables a relocate to enable LC to get a duel off. And as said, well, they are playing with the relocate into this mid lane, and they stack up 2 against 4. Charge onto 2. Dual victory on Melreen. They do lose Vanscore. Realm coming in from the side, and Io's getting shredded apart. They're going to take down the DK too. LC, he's in the middle of 4. They set up for 4 versus 2, but it ends up being 4 survivors for Fantastic Five, and Realm picks up the triple. Fantastic Five is pulling up a real upset here, Harry Freak, right now, and there's no stopping this tempo that they have currently.
Yeah, and this is kind of what I meant, you know, you might kill the Queen, they got her. Okay, it was an unfortunate blink, and maybe it would have been cleaner, but how do you get out with a DK? You don't. That is the answer. Fantastic Five, they have so much chase, they have so much damage, and this offlane Jakiro, man, with the Witchblade, he's doing so much damage, it's insane. Just every 9 seconds, he can attack from so far away with this range talent. It's insane how much damage Vazia is doing without any committal. And then you have the Ursa who can just go in.
And that's when you're kind of looking at, well, you have your press the attack, but if you're already using it for the duel to pump up that extra attack speed for a kill, that's when Jakiro's going to unload that full setup on top of that duel and get so much damage out. Even just the Witchblade proc does a lot, because the Jakiro is already racking up 110 intelligence. So that thing really starts to sting. Nemiga's Kirtich also only has a Manta style right now, only just about to start building that Scotty. So TB's farm, it's not as big as your usual Terrorblades who have had that free farm. He is at 200 CS and 3 kills. But there's a big difference between a 16-minute 10,000 net worth TB and a 20-minute 10,000 net TB.
Yeah, there definitely is. The problem though, the TB, the LC, and the Wisp, I still see their impact in this game. And they could actually go toe-to-toe with Fantastic Five. The problem I see is the Disruptor and the Dragon Knight. I don't see how they come back into the game. Aincrad is gonna be a blink stun until the end of this game. There's just not much that he can do. Using the relocate to save him would just be a waste. And then you have the Disruptor. The BKBs will come out soon on the Queen of Pain. On the Ursa, there's already one, and he's just gonna be food as well. There's not gonna be that chase coming up from Nemiga, and that is the big problem I see with their lineup being these two heroes. They're just are not gonna be able to do much. They won their laning phase, but now that time is gone. Their golden era is gone, and a DK with a Midas not having much perspective in a game that's the big problem I see for Nemiga.
That most importantly. Now Legion Commander, a couple hundred gold short. Actually now has his BKB. He's gonna buy that instead of the Blink Dagger because he's already got 2 parts for it. So he's got his BKB up now. That's gonna enable him to get that full duration duel off. Unless Ursa's just gonna claw him down. Obviously Furious Swipe still Pierce Magic immunity, obviously. If that is the target they want to go for. But that's gonna diminish Jakiro's effectiveness, at least with the duration of the BKB, but still enables them to work after. And obviously, every other target is still susceptible with this Jakiro's damage output. She is going for a Blink Dagger, now soon up in 900 gold. This top tier 2 tower also melts at the hands of this Jakiro.
It's just too easy without much committal to make sure it goes down. He has 725 range. That's quite a lot for a tanky hero like a Jakiro. He has pretty much no defensive items and he has 2k HP, so definitely not the easy one to take down.
That's a quick Roche spawn timer as well. I don't think that was longer than 20 seconds. Nemiga, they were thinking about it. Oh, there's a Quap coming in and the Blink Stun. That's exactly what they wanted to get the duel onto the Quap, and that's gonna be it.
Can they get Roche?
Yeah, they could. They can. They've got Metamorph and everything. This is perfect. This is big for Nemiga right now because they got exactly what they wanted. The Blink Stun from the DK to enable the LC to walk in for the duel. That's exactly, Harry, what happened. And now into the Roche pit to take themselves the Aegis and the Shard. Fantastic Five are not responding to this.
And this is a big hit to the timing of Fantastic Five. Usually the first Aegis, if you have like a TA Ursa in your lineup, it's not the most important of things because you can't pressure that much. But around the 20-25 minute mark, when you get all your core items, that's when you want to force the issue. And Fantastic Five, they needed the second Roche for an Ursa lineup to be scary. It's good that the Ursa has the Battle Fury, so it's not gonna hurt them that much. But this is definitely gonna be a big hit to them, and the timing that they were trying to hit. We talked about Nemiga, and the way they hit this game is on the back of this Terror Blade, and this is how you do it. Another 5 minutes of being able to stay in it. Actually, I think 8 to 11 minutes. Yeah.
So they were. So if you look at this area, they basically IO hides behind here, LC somehow manages to walk all the way here, and then they just walk in for the duel. And now they're just gonna blink on the Chosen One. He pops his BKB, doesn't want to get slowed up, doesn't want to get stunned up. IO gonna get Yules into the air. LC has been taking a lot of damage. Sonic Wave connects as well from Malrine. Does he go for the snipe blink? He tries to go for it. IO's gonna be dropping low. Heritage. He does not have his Metamorph available, and still Realm going in. Aggressive blink. Ultimate score 2. Static Storm's gonna be there, but does he get it? Yes, he does, but it's not gonna hit anything. It's just gonna be a zoning ulti. Ursa in trouble though. He's not the one with the Aegis. He doesn't have that secondary life because it is on the TB, and Heritage is the one forcing them away now. There's scary Terrorblade. Has not used his Metamorph here. Still 50 seconds cooldown. Fantastic Five was waiting for it the whole time, but it's not gonna show. Not gonna show.
And here you see the big timing of Fantastic Five when they wanted to fight. If they were the ones with an Aegis, they probably dived towards the fountain. Oh, again, they're going in.
Yeah, this is classic Locas. Charge and disappear with the help of the Shadow Blade.
So let's look at the vision a little bit. So Fantastic Five, they would like to punish anyone who's on the bottom part of the map. So Nemiga having this ward, that's going to be quite big. Daira will try to get it down, but he'll pay with his life for it. So killing people in the triangle, not going to be easy.
Ooh, that's beautiful. Well, that's a big one. Dual victory still, and the glimpse comes out. Lopez charging on the Io. He knows what his target is. DK with a Dragon Tail stun gets the Nether Strike in the end. Io gonna get taken down, and they will look for more. This time there is the Metamorph and Kiritich. There is the Macropyre. Mallory slows down the DK. DK taking some heavy damage, and Aincrad is gonna fall as well. He's gonna be dead. Kiritich though does pop his Metamorph, and he's gonna stand his ground, but no Sunder! No Sunder for the TB. Now he's in big trouble. He's going to get Ice Bath as well. Fantastic 5. Looking to run down Kiritich. He's got the Sunder now, and he's going to get it off of the Ursa, but it's not going to be enough at least to kill this hero. He's still being chased. DK coming with a buyback. They're going to lose Van Score. Lopez charging onto the TB. He's down to 500, 400 HP, 300 HP. Make it 200. Can they take him down? TB at 100 less than low, and he's going to tick down, and an ultra kill for Lopez. The Spirit Breaker is the one to get these kills, and he's getting the tips from Realm. This lad has been working his butt off, and Jakiro, he's about to die. His streak finally comes to an end. That is the first death for this Jakiro. And Harry, we've seen everything during the course of this fight. That was a team wipe as well.
Yeah, I have to say, Fantastic 5, they didn't commit on the TB at all. They used the Phantom's Embrace on his supports, and that allowed him to use the Sunder. They were like, this guy is dead anyways, we'll kill him easily. He's not a threat to us. They just thought that he's not going to be doing anything, but them taking so long to kill him actually gave a bit more kills to Nemiga. So I don't know if it was the right move from Fantastic 5. You know, it's still a big kill, despite him not being able to fight any longer without the BKB and the Metamorphosis. So interesting approach there. Just okay, he's not doing anything, leave him be, but it's still not something like a Timber Saw. He will scale. In the end, he does fall, but it does cost them so much. They kind of panicked of him surviving in the end. Realm though, he did get out, and Fantastic 5 with just one buyback, they do manage to push back Nemiga. This is the timing that we were talking about. Again, imagine if they were the ones with an Aegis. Nemiga taking away that Aegis is actually what's keeping them in this game right now.
Yeah.
It's not easy for them. The DK is still struggling, but they are in the game. Make no mistake about that one.
I was a bit worried about Kiritich there with the Aegis usage. That was honestly not the best one. He had his Metamorph popped, but he never got his Sunder off despite targets sitting right in front of his face. Nobody was stunning him, nobody was BKB'd at that moment, so he could have easily just Sundered any target to get himself back to full HP, or at least close to full HP. I think he just tried to turn around, Sunder, get a kill. Instead, he got nothing out. He burnt his Metamorph, and then you're like, well, I lost my offensive capability here, basically. So I was a bit disappointed with that.
What actually ended up happening there is Fantastic 5, when he used the meta, all of them went out and Ursa popped the BKB. That's why he couldn't Sunder. So he popped the Metamorphosis, he popped the BKB, he turned towards the Ursa, everyone else went out, and he died. And that is the problem. His supports weren't close. He could only Sunder the Ursa, so that's why he couldn't do it. After that, he was just the kid in the fight.
It did look like there was two targets to be Sundered, the Ursa being one of them, and then another hero approaching. When he did turn around and he started to actually cast the Sunder, so I was like, why didn't he cast it earlier? That might have been the Spirit Breaker just walking into close range for it. But well, it happened. He didn't get the best usage out of that Metamorph. It was really quickly burnt away. But now, so we're 27 minutes in. Fantastic 5 still holding on to the lead. There's a charge into the top lane. Clear out this. This is the Spirit Breaker action. Once again, Aghanim's not ready yet, though.
It is gonna be there relatively soon. 7-second cooldown is just so big, and it's just so much damage and control that you give out to the illusions as well. Fantastic 5, they don't want to stop. They smell blood. And now with the Basher and the Ursa, they can actually latch onto Chosen One and kill him. That is something that they couldn't do earlier. Chosen One pops the BKB and he just runs out. There's nothing you can do about it. But now when they have a Basher and the Ursa, they might actually be able to stay on top of him. And he's the frontliner. The DK, he jumps in, they allow him, and he just dies. Now with the BKB, it's a bit of a harder of a target. But Fantastic 5, they're still on the aggressive, and they should be. Take over the enemy triangle, force the enemies to the bottom lane. That's where you can catch them, and that's probably a play that they're gonna make now.
You also gotta be worried about the relocate. So still Nemiga able to move them around the map to get that +2 on top of any fight, any gank that's about to happen. So that also does counteract the Spirit Breaker's movements, but can also lead into situations where you leave and they arrive. So you might be short-handed in one place and overpowering the other.
Dire's bottom tower
We see Fantastic Five right now. They are holding the triangle. Considering that the Roche can't spawn for some time, I believe they're doing this because they see the illusions are on the top and in the mid lane. So they know that the Terrorblade is in the base. If they saw the illusions on the bottom lane, they probably would be smoking towards that part of the map. But they're like, okay, nah, the TB isn't getting farm. He's the one that we are afraid of. The rest of Nemiga, we don't care about you. And that is actually the right approach. So Fantastic Five, as soon as they see some TB illusions on the bottom part of the map, which isn't going to be anytime soon, that's when they'll be looking to move.
So I did actually check the replay. We did not show it on the stream, obviously, because we don't have that kind of technology here with a one-man production crew. But yeah, Lopez was invis with the Spirit Breaker. That's why he didn't see the Spirit Breaker on top of him. So for us, it looked like Spirit Breaker's there, but in TB's perspective, he does not see anybody else except the Ursa. So you were correct about that. The moment he right-clicks, that's when the TB turns around and attempts to sunder. It doesn't quite get it off. And talking about the Spirit Breaker, he's forcing the attention of Nemiga. He's going to get dueled. Re-jumping the backline. LC deeping away. That's a free duel victory, and everybody's getting away with it. Nemiga's happy with that.
That is a big one for Nemiga, a really big one. They got the duel right as Bulldoze was ending, and still the kinetic field, it is gonna be there to hold him inside of it enough for the Bulldoze to expire. So very nicely done by the side of Nemiga. Fantastic Five immediately they want to go back to the other part of the map. They know they can't stay on the bottom lane for too long, given that the Roche will be
talking about Static Storm, Aghanims is soon up on the Disruptor. Well, the smoke is coming in. They have found the DK with the Ice Path stun duration. Aincrab pops his BKB. He gets one right click off by the time he's dead. And they found Heritage flying in the air. He pops his Metamorph. He doesn't care. He actually pops his BKB right away as well. He does have some targets around him, but he's also soul bound into this Disruptor. Grimstroke is the one to fall quickly. Another glimpse onto the Jakiro. Vazia should be falling. Ice Path connecting onto Realm is jumping on the TP as well with his BKB, but he needs to make it count, but he's not dealing enough damage. And now the Ursa's in trouble, and the TP is just going to be breaking him apart. This Terrorblade rips his soul away from him and takes the Ursa with him. Heritage still at full HP, and Heaven providing so much healing with this IO, preventing TB from falling in this fight.
Okay, so that Roche taking from Nemiga, being able to delay the game a bit, it really makes a problem. Okay, Chosen One. Can they get him down? No, they actually stopped the charge. This is the thing now. The TB is getting super powerful, and we talked about the DK and the Disruptor not being able to find their impact. I guess DK, you go be a meat shield, and the Disruptor having an Aghanim Scepter, he's actually a threat right now from Fantastic Five. He doesn't even need to use his ulti. It's just it's gonna be Fantastic Five preemptively using their BKBs, which puts them at a bad spot. So Nemiga, 32 minutes in, they have gotten to a spot where they can actually fight. Damage is not a problem any longer, and I think the main idea is this Chosen One Legion Commander just having so much dual damage. That is something Fantastic Five couldn't have allowed, but they did, and now they're in a tough spot, even though they've been winning for the entirety of the game.
So yeah, this is the point where Fantastic Five, the clock is ticking again, since Legion Commander, infinitely scaling hero, TB getting stronger and stronger, now 3000 HP. Daedalus almost ready for all that damage. And Fantastic Five are gonna increase the tempo, because right now it's not looking too hot for them. They had their timing, they had their opportunity. Now it is sliding out of their hands. Quap's gonna get dueled by the LC, and a Static Storm on free, beautifully placed by Vanscore, and it's gonna turn this all around. 2 cores down, and forcing Vazia to get back as well. Chosen One leading the charge with Heaven right behind. Locus, his charge gets stuck inside the kinetic field. Vanscore, absolute MVP for this fight. But for right now, they're looking for more. Locus is low on HP. His charge ain't going anywhere. He's down too. Buyback coming out from the Quap, and Vanscore killed off by Daira. But as Daira's gonna die, that makes it 5 for Nemiga. Fantastic Five is a dead 5.
Yep, they're all dead, and the only one that is gonna be in the world of the living is Malrine, but they're just none of his teammates to keep him company right now.
Yeah,
so his
he
screens
bought
will
back.
only be, they're
Buying
only
back
gonna
on
be
the
earned
co-op,
by the
and
enemies.
that has to be the best static storm in a couple days. Vanscore, all props given to this disruptor. He enables this fight so well. Quap walks into the arms of the Chosen One, and the bait is set. Everybody clustered up to kill the LC, and that's where Vanscore strikes. Fresh Aghanims, no BKBs for you, no saves for you. Ursa is sitting stuck, and he's wondering, why can't I get my BKB off? I am muted, and my team has been muted.
To be honest, even if he doesn't get that good static storm, I don't see Fantastic Five winning that fight. The Queen of Pain was dead either way. There's no way that you're saving her. Just surrounded by TB, and they.
It's possible.
LC.
I just don't wanna take away the points from Vanscore, because
Yeah,
we finally
it was
actually
amazing.
get to compliment a support on a big play. That was huge.
Vanscore. Yeah, it was. It definitely was. It is the thing that cleaned up Fantastic Five. But Nemiga, I think they're in a comfortable spot right now either way. They have the Aghanims on the Terrorblade as well, so the Terror Wave is too as well.
Well, it feels unlosable now. They've stretched the game far enough.
You know, ultra late game is always 50-50, but we're not close to ultra
No, we're not
late
even.
game
Yeah, we're not even
territory.
nearby. We're not even nearby. We need to get there first. So Fantastic Five hit a window, then they need to
have an
stall,
Axel
then they need to
Grimstroke.
get back in. They're looking for that DK, but he's not worried about this at all. Glimpse on Realm. Minecraft pops his Dragon form while Kiritich is finishing off the racks, dodging another Ice Path of the reflection on free. Minecraft blinks stun on Jakiro. Vazia dropping low, losing his life. He's down.
Yes,
Then he can find one, but the buyback does come out from Jakiro. They got the Soul Vine connected onto the Chosen One, onto DB as well, but it doesn't do anything as Realm is already gone, and this Ursa's not coming back. Nemiga are wiping them up one after the other. There's a duel into the Glimpse. They got at least Lochez down, while the Quap, she's making a run for it. Retreating, deserting his friends, leaving the base completely. Nemiga, they should have this one in the bag as they take an ultra kill for Kiritich on this Terrorblade, and onto the tier 4 towers they go. They're recognized, they've smelled the blood for quite some time. Now they're gonna make Fantastic Five out of a pulp. Finish off with forcing out the Glyph. Still keeping the siege up. 30 seconds for Spirit Breaker. He's not going to be up fast enough. This game looks to be over. Nemiga, well persevered.
Really well played coming up. Oh, TB getting low.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. Doesn't change a thing. Age is blown. Chosen One might be dead, but the Ancient finally ends at the hands of Kiritich respawning back in. And that is a tie series. We're going to a third.
And I'm so glad we are. Fantastic Five. Man, did they get played in this one. Really, this is a game that they should have won 100%, right? But there's just a few things that went wrong at the right time for Nemiga, and Fantastic Five on the back of that they did lose. So really really good game coming out from Nemiga. They really outdid themselves, knowing how they were gonna win this one. And I have to say though, the Chosen One, the guy that has been in Nemiga for what have we said, 3 years, he is the sole reason that they managed to win this one. He was the one carrying his teammates for so long. He was the one doing the damage, and Kiritich in the end, he was there to kind of take all the glory.
Yeah, Chosen One, he is the eternity lad for Team Nemiga. Been in the team since 2017. Make that actually almost 5 years now, 4.5 years at least in the team. And has found a direction and a course for the team. Vanscore telling him, bringing the experience for the team, wants to bring his visions, learn with some new lads, and bring stuff together. Nemiga has been getting better month after month after month, and especially you can see from Einkrat's DK, he's been getting a lot of confidence, and now with the proper carry player, Kiritich, results are like this. His TB, unwinnable. Still 100%, Harry Freak. He keeps to hold on to it, so that's 4 games in DPC, all TB games, success.
Stats are definitely all that matters, and me having a genius statsman here, just so you guys know, T-Panda, he holds everything in his brain. He doesn't look up anything, so he knows everything
Well,
that's happening
credibility
in multiple,
gone.
in multiple regions as well.
But that's what we do in this case. I'm just gonna stay shush at this point. But still, Nemiga, it's a pleasure to see them come back into this one because that's what we expected from them. They should be the stronger team out of the two. Upset from game number 1. They were angry, they were hungry, waited and abided for their time, and they got it. And now heading over to a third map in the series. Who takes it in the end? Find out after the break.